Cabin crew outdoors.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. As the safety equipment on this aircraft may differ from that on other aircraft, please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey through Singapore. During takeoff and landing, ensure that your tray table is stowed away. Put the back of your seat upright and keep your shoes on. Before we take off, stow your luggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Make sure that your seat belt is securely fastened during taxi, takeoff, and landing. To fasten, bring the two ends of the seat belt together until you hear a click. Tighten it by pulling on the strap. To unfasten, lift the metal flap. We recommend keeping your seat belt fastened throughout the flight. Whenever the seat belt sign is turned on, infants should be lifted from the bassinet and secured with an infant seat belt. If there is a change in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will automatically drop in front of you. Pull the mask down sharply. Place it over your mouth and nose. Pull the lateral straps to tighten it and breathe as usual. Secure your mask first before helping others. It is normal for the bag to not fully inflate. There are several emergency exits in this aircraft. Take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Count the rows of seats to the closest exit in front and behind you. In the unlikely event of an emergency, or when you hear the command, brace, brace, assume the brace position. If you can reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and place it on the back of the front seat. Place your hands on top of your head. Keep your feet flat on the floor and heels towards your seat. If you can't reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and lean forward as far as you can. Place your hands on top of your head. In an emergency evacuation, floor-level lighting will lead you to your nearest exit. Before using an evacuation slide, remove any high-heeled shoes and be sure to leave everything behind. To put on your life vest, remove it from the plastic cover and slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist, connect the clip, and pull to tighten. Inflate the life vest by pulling the red tabs or blowing into the mouthpiece. Life vests have a whistle and a light to attract attention. Special life vests are available for children. Inflate your life vest only at the exit door and step into the raft. Life vests are located under or between your seats. All large electronic devices, such as laptops, must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. Lightweight electronic devices, such as mobile phones and tablets, must be switched off or set to flight mode. During these times, charging your electronic devices is also not allowed. If you're not using your device, it must be held in your hand or placed in the seat pocket in front of you. If your device drops into the gap between the seats, Refrain from adjusting the seat and ask the cabin crew for assistance. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, including the charging and use of e-cigarettes, is prohibited throughout the aircraft, including the lavatories. Thank you for your attention. Refer to the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you for more information. On behalf of Singapore Airlines, we hope you have a great time on board as well as in Singapore or anywhere else in the world we take you.
Cabin crew back here. Please be seated before takeoff. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin lights will now be dimmed. Thank you.
Cabin crew, takeoff stations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt and drop your window shades. Thank you.
Sorry.
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 Sorry. Don't be sorry, just declare it.
Just declare it. When you fill out this card, if you have something to declare, just declare it.
Sorry, but it's a rare pygmy-kumquat.
Sorry, a fish. It must have swum into my bag.
Sorry, my mum packed my bag.
Sorry, mate, but this wood is okay. I've already sprayed it.
No excuse is good enough. Our Australian biosecurity laws are strict. This is to protect Australia's agriculture and unique wildlife from animal and plant diseases.
And that's why no excuse is good enough.
Sorry.
If you're carrying food, just declare it and mark yes on your incoming passenger card. If you're carrying animal products, just declare them and mark yes on your incoming passenger card. If you're carrying plant material or natural medicines, just declare them and mark yes on your incoming passenger card. If your shoes, clothing or anything you are carrying has dirt or mud on them or have come in contact with rivers, they may pose a risk, so please just declare them and mark yes on your incoming passenger card. Do not bring food from the plane with you. If you are feeling really unwell or have a fever, tell a crew member. It is important that you answer truthfully on your incoming passenger card. Giving false or misleading information is a serious offence. You may be liable to a civil penalty for giving false or misleading information.
We're here to help and want your entry into Australia to be as smooth as possible. So, don't be sorry, just declare it.
Secure cabin for landing.
Ladies and gentlemen, all electronic devices must not be put in flight safe mode. Thank you.
gentlemen, it's your captain speaking. Welcome to Sydney. As we've arrived ahead of schedule, our parking way is currently occupied. Apologize for the delay, and we're currently negotiating to see if you can get another alternative gate. Thank you for your patience.
Ladies and gentlemen, in compliance with safety regulations, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. For your safety, toilets shall be used at this time. Thank you.
Crew, doors dissolved.